It says I'm muted. Okay. What's up, fam? I have theme music today. I have theme music. Who's that girl? La 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 la. Yo, who's that girl? Hey, what's my name? Yo, who's that girl? La 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 la. What's my name? Yo, who's that girl? La la. What's up, fam? Welcome back to the Fee King Show. It's the Fee King Show. It's going down. It's going down. God willing, every now, Monday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 12 noon, and Fridays, Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 a.m. And I'm so excited. I love Mondays. For those of you who follow me, for those of you who know me very well, and if you don't know me, you're about to get to know me. I love Mondays. Mondays are my absolute favoritist day of the week. Why? Because you get to do it again. You get to do it over. You get to start where you are. You get to start again. You get to start exactly where you are. Welcome to Manifested Monday. Welcome to the Fee King Show. I'm your hostess, Fee King. The show is all about who are you? Who are you? What do you do? What's your why? How in the world are you keeping it all together? What's your how? i.e. your self-care modality. I am a sister. I'm a pet parent. I am a cousin. I'm an auntie. I'm a daughter. I'm a best friend. And I'm so excited that I get to do exactly what I want to do every single day. And I'm grateful that I get to go from where I was to where I am to where I'm going. I help women over the age of 40 specifically, yet not exclusively, get from where they are to where it is they want to be. Why? Because I love myself so much today that it only makes sense to love women where they are. My how? Woo! How I keep this thing together? Woo, it all depends on who you ask and what time of the day it is. Let me tell you, meditation, prayer, transcendental meditation specifically. All right. Mindfulness meditation, running. So if you see me spitzing, it's because I literally just ran in 8 minutes ago from a run. And well, let me tell you something else. When you are going through the change, it is such a blessing, because what that means is, A, you're still here. B, you now have a blank canvas that you get to draw upon, that you get to recreate and reestablish and redefine your life, which I'm so excited that I segued into that, because this is so appropriate for my next guest, who I believe is redefining her life and her station and her position in her life. Also, exercising is my self-care modality, and prayer. So this is the Fee King Show. We're about to get into this thing, but first we got to give y'all a little hat game, and thank some of our sponsors. Today's show is being sponsored by the one and only Her Glow Candy Shop. Thank you so much for my dripping ear candy. I absolutely love everything that she does. All of her earrings, accessories, apparel, clutches, purses, bags, fedoras, everything, earrings, necklaces. You can check her out at Her Glow, HERGLOW, candyshop.com. So check this out. The Fee King Show is live. The interview goes down. So I'm going to redirect everyone on Instagram. Please go to Facebook, because you want to meet this woman, especially if you like to travel, especially if your to-do list is yay long and you need a break and you need a decompress and a retreat. This is the woman that you want to get to know. So we're going live on Facebook, Fees Fitness Over 40, and YouTube, FEEKING. So I'm going to bid you farewell. I'll see you live on the book. Peace. All right, so let's bring this beautiful woman to the forefront. I'm so excited to introduce to y'all Fee Livity. She's coming. Welcome to the Fee King Show, Fee Livity. Hey, gorgeous, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, let's check your audio. I'm glad it's good. You look beautiful. I love the braids. You look very tropical.
Thank you. I just have on my little workout outfit. you know.
Okay, good. Me too. Look. I just realized you can still see. You can
Yeah,
still.
I'm fit, fine.
Well, that too. But I meant the spitting. It's a little. It's a little. Yeah. I.
Oh,
Yeah. It's really hot in Be More Loving Baltimore. Welcome to the Fee King Show. Thank you so much, Felicia, for saying yes. I want to just jump right into this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In case you don't know, I don't want to make assumptions. The Fee King Show is all about who are you, because
Mhm,
often we get who we are and what we do kind of we intermix the things. We kind of get lost in what we do for a living, and we think that that's who we are.
mhm,
Who are you? What do you do?
mhm.
Why do you do what you do? And then how are you keeping it all together? And then we'll talk about what you do, because I have so many questions, but I want you to start first. So, who are you?
Well, who am I? I am Fee Liberty, and I am a veteran. That's probably my most prominent characterization of myself. I'm a veteran. I spent 24 years in the Air Force. Um, I'm a mother. I have two children, a girl who is 14 years old and a boy who's 11 years old. I'm a businesswoman. I have two businesses.
Yes.
And that probably pretty much defines me as a person. What do I do now? Now that I'm retired from the Air Force, what I do is I call myself the Jamaican Sojourner. So I adventure and I travel through Jamaica and I find new gems and new beautiful things to show other people towards their healing journeys.
Mm,
So I have degrees in social work as well as social psychology. So I use a bit of that in building retreats to bring people in, not just women, but to bring people in to experience Jamaica as the medicine that it is.
mm.
And yeah, and so that's what I do. That's my purpose right now.
And your why? What is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing?
Why? Because I have several reasons. So one of my little motto is heal you, help them. And so as a part of how it happened, how it all started is I was working on healing after the death of my mother in 2021. And I couldn't figure out anything that would work for me locally. Nothing was working, therapy and all that stuff. I was still very depressed. So I said I would spend the year traveling. So I traveled to several places in 2022, probably about 5 or 6 different places, Africa, Bahamas, stateside a few places, and I went to Jamaica. When I went to Jamaica this particular time, and I'd been there before, I went off of the resort with a guy who talked me into going to a Rastafari Nyabingi and going to see the birthplace of the King of Reggae, Bob Marley's place where he's from and where he came up. And on the way there, on the 3.5 hour drive, he gave me the history, of Bob Marley, the history of Rastafari culture. And then I get there and I see all these things, and my eyes were just open to something that's pretty significant for that region. But one of the things that I noticed there was that we as Americans and other foreigners, we see Jamaica as this tropical paradise that we go to enjoy life and have a great time. Meanwhile, the people who live there and who are from there don't have that same experience. So how could I integrate helping these people whose government is clearly not really giving them the care that they need, and also bring people in so they could receive some of the healing that I received? So after that trip, that particular trip to Jamaica, I was sold on Jamaica for that reason. For one, people
Okay.
who looked like me were underprivileged and they had no voice, and
Mm,
they had there's no vehicle for upward mobility really for them except for finding talents within and selling that
mhm.
there. And so I wanted to integrate helping them while healing people, bringing people into parts of Jamaica where the British don't own the resorts, your local mom and pop shops, your vendors on the beach who actually need the money. So I
Yes.
stay in places near these people so that whoever I bring in, we can patronize them. We can have a real Jamaican experience. We can have real healing food and not food off the resort that was flown in from other countries.
Oh my
But we
goodness.
can actually get coconuts off the trees, and we can pull guava and mango off the trees, and pull fish out of the sea and eat them, and really experience the true healing of nutrition, which that's another degree that I hold, is nutrition. So I guess you could say it's an integration of all of the disciplines, all of my academic disciplines, as well as, you know, my soul's purpose.
Would you say that everything that has happened to you and for you has led you up to this moment?
Of course, yes, yes. Which, you know, I'm glad you asked me that, because the name of my company is Eat, Play, Live, which is a play on Julia Roberts' what is it, 2010 movie, Eat, Pray, Love,
Yes.
where a middle-aged woman discovers that she's in the wrong life.
Oh,
And so she seeks to figure out where she belongs in the world. And to do that, she has to go through a lot of emotional trauma, a lot of personal trauma, a lot of shadow work. She had to work even when she didn't know she was working. And so I feel like my experience aligned heavily with what she went through.
yes.
And so instead of naming my company Eat, Pray, Love, and getting sued, I decided that we would eat, play, and live. And so when you come with me on a retreat, I'm going to integrate my nutrition degree. I'm going to integrate my social work degree. I'm going to integrate my humanism, my philanthropy, all of that towards your healing, because I think that all of those areas are vital parts of what makes a person happy and what helps them to find their purpose. So when you come with me, your experience is designed around you feeling those things, and not necessarily me doing a workshop and explaining to you what it is. You're living what it is, and I'm showing you how to take it in, and then it just sits differently with you.
You know, I think they'll also benefit just from your story. And I love so much eat, live. It's eat, live, no, eat, play, live, eat, play, live.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't know if you know this, but we have so many commonalities, but this
Mm-hmm.
one in particular, because in the book came out in 2010. In 2010, my sister gave it to me as a Christmas gift. When I came to Maryland to visit, it was on the nightstand, right? And I've always loved books, but at that time I wasn't reading because, you know, I was living life.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked it up and I started reading it. And do you know, I finished the book before I got off the plane back to LA.
Mm-hmm.
I was so in love, and I felt a little envious because I was like, she's living my life.
Right.
When the movie came out, of course, I watched the movie. I love Julia Roberts. And then I became even more envious. And I was like, she's living my life. In 2011, when my mom transitioned, I created a movement called Run, Pray, Heal, where I could, yes, where I would run for the
Mm-hmm.
prayers of other people. And
I
I
think
wanted,
I remember that.
yeah. And because I too didn't know that I was going through these various layers of life, but I knew that for me, running was so cathartic and so healing. And I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to share that with other people who might possibly be either going through what I was going through or on their way to going through something. And this was just a way to get through it. And so when I
Exactly.
read the name of your LLC, it touched my heart. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I have so many people in my life, whether they're in my life on a day-to-day basis or from a distance, who are transforming.
Mm-hmm.
And so much of their transformation involves traveling. You see what I
Right.
did?
Yeah.
See? And so I said, I've got to find out from, because there's one thing to, you know, go into your DMs and say, hey girl, what does liberty mean? I know you as this person. Hey girl, you're in Jamaica. I thought you were in Maryland. So I said, you know what? I want her to come onto the show because I know that there are other people, especially women of a
Mm-hmm.
certain age, over the age of 40, who don't know that it's possible. And so
Oh,
can
yeah.
you share with them how it's possible and how it was possible for you to go on
Okay.
the pilgrimage, if you will?
So it's possible because I create my life, and
Y'all
I
hear
learned.
that? You create your life. I just
Uh-huh.
said, Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I create my life. And once I figured out that I create my life and I was no longer waiting for a big arm from the sky to reach down and guide me, but actually to manifest things for myself, meaning taking action, writing things down, visualizing myself doing certain things, putting myself around the right people and changing my mindset to more of a self-empowered mindset. Then I was able to figure out how to get the support that I needed to do what I needed to do, which thankfully it was not hard. I became affiliated with some very, very awesome men, the Mooney twins. They taught me how to invest, how to do passive investing. Started passive investing, and once I made the decision to travel, I had the funds to support me. I had a budget of $2,000 a month. I'm going to do $2,000 a month on travel. I have to figure out how to make my travel fit in because I'm retired. You know, I could choose my flights and things like that based off of the price. I didn't have to go by my time off and stuff like that. I could pick the date and then make everything else align with dates that gave me the best prices and the best deals.
Okay.
And then I found places that are beautiful, that are not the big resorts, that are $80, $90 a night. Then I manifested a friend there who was born and raised there and has the freedom to move around. And I asked him to show me Jamaica. And so far, I think I've seen 9 of 14 parishes and counting, because I'm going back next week to prepare for my retreat. And before I prepare for this retreat, I have to prepare for my retreat that's in October, where we're going to do a sacred water and culinary trip. So I have to find these very specific sacred waters that are in Jamaica. And I have to find them at a point where this woman who has hired me to do this can get to them due to her mobility issues. So that's work for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is amazing because I've never been to these falls that I'll be going to. You know, my project manager, so this friend became my project manager. And so now he has employment. You know, he has, you know, worth. He has employment. A few of the friends that I've met on Facebook who believed in my vision, they now have employment. They're working at my retreats as well. So that's the heal you, help them part of it. So I'm creating jobs for people who really could not see past how they were going to make things happen for their families tomorrow. And I love, you know, that is one of the driving forces that helps me stay on course with making sure that I don't do the normal thing that I do and start something and then forget about it. I actually have passion for this for many reasons. I have people who depend on me, you know, for doing this. Every time I go, I see something more amazing. Like the last time I was there, I had no idea Jamaica had black sand beaches, but I found black sand beaches that looks like diamonds are in the sand. And so I'm just like a little kid over there, like, oh my God, we got it. We got a black sand beach now. And then all of a sudden I start musing on, okay, now what's the significance of black sand? Then I figure that out. And then
share that with us, the significance of black sand.
Well, it's just it's purification mostly. It's very pure. It's probably where we need to be grounding, you know, the big grounding movement, everybody walking around barefooted, doesn't matter where, concrete or whatever, but the goal is to connect with source, you know, to connect with source. You really can't do that on top of concrete. So just being more intentional with your grounding. And I'm sure there's more to it, but thus far, I've just learned that it has amazing mineral deposits in it. It probably has gold and silver in there. I don't know for sure yet. It dang sure looks like it has diamonds in it. But it's very healing. It's very healing. You know, it's a part of this beautiful tropical paradise. And wow, yeah. So as soon as I find out everything about it, you know, after I'm done with this retreat and I'm doing research for that retreat, I'll probably do another sacred water trip in December once I know what the real purposes of these waters are. And amazingly, the lady who chartered me for her trip, she did all of her research on her own. So the places that she wants to go, she's already researched them. She has all that research on them, and she's going to do spiritual rituals at these different water sources. So I'm learning so much. I'm learning that, you know, where the river meets the ocean is called the delta. And there's many deltas there, and they're pretty significant. And where the river starts is called source. So the integration of all these ideas and all of these like truths are just really enhancing my stay in Jamaica. It's enriching my stay in Jamaica, and I plan on giving that back and paying that forward and giving it to the next people towards their healing journey. You know, a part of discovering things that helps with the feminine flow. You know, you get to see new things and you get that new stimulation. So there's just so much good in traveling with me.
With you specifically, I love that. And I think there's so much good, there's so much greatness in traveling in and of itself. And I agree with you when it comes to visiting these islands. It makes me really sad when I go to these islands and I see Black people in these subservient positions. And I have to tell you, living here in Baltimore, it feels like I'm on an island because I see and feel the same exact thing. And it's heartbreaking. I've experienced it in St. Lucia. I've experienced it in St. Croix, St. Thomas, Jamaica, the Grand Caymans. It's all the same. And it saddens me that they're not able to experience the peace and the joy and the decompressing from life the way that we do. And they also and I don't want to say they, far too many people who live in the islands don't get the experience of coming over to the States the way that we go over to the islands. So I commend you, and I know that I want to support you.
Yay.
Yeah, that is definitely my intention. I just wanted to know more, and I still want to know more. So we have 7 minutes. I want you to share 2 things with us before we leave. Fee Livity, because I know you as Fee Heyman. What does Livity mean? Your new last name.
Livity is your purpose. You know, it's so when you say Rastafari Livity, what is Rastafari Livity? What defines you as a Rastafari person? What are you proud of about your culture? And so like for Rastafari, it is, you know, it's the fact that they believe in their true beauty as is. You know, they wake up like that and they're fine with that. They're fine with their hair. They have not been, their images, their self-image has not been damaged by mainstream. That's something that's really beautiful, because to be able to hold on to that in a world that is against everything that is Blackness, that is African, you know, and still hold on to that proudly, that takes a degree of livity. So livity is authentic living, soul living. I think I would define it best by saying soul living. And that just means being who you are, whoever you are unconfined by other people's views and expectations of you. And so you have this freedom that a lot of people don't have. So livity is freedom, soul freedom, I would say. Yeah. So for me, my livity would be whatever it is. And for you, so when I say Fee Livity, it's free Fee. You know, I'm free. I'm not constrained by religion. I'm not bound by anybody's ideas. I'm open to new ideas. You know, that's who I am as a person. If you talk to a Rastafari person, they would list 7 things. We wear our locks. We don't eat animals. We take the sacrament daily to stay in a meditative state so that we aren't, you know, easily angered and over here killing people, because we're a peaceful people. So it's core values for them, you know, and it's core values like for whomever. Your livity is your livity. So you're a Fee King and you have your livity, which is probably working out. Fitness is a part of your livity.
Definitely. And definitely freedom. I feel very free. I don't feel like I'm at my ultimate freedom. However, I do feel very free and like you, unencumbered mostly by other people's opinions, because I realize I live my life in a very unique way from most people.
You definitely do. Always have.
And who knew? I didn't even know that, you know what I mean? I didn't know that about myself. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just living my life the way that it feels right. And I used to be very attached to other people's opinion, and I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. Can
Right.
you can you explain? You said something that I don't understand, and I want to understand, and I'm
Mhm.
sure those who are watching might have some questions. You said sacrament. We take our daily sacrament. What does that mean?
Marijuana, you
Oh,
know,
okay. See, I'm glad I.
marijuana, it's not called drugs or weed, and it is weed, but it's a sacrament. And so while we criminalize that medicine,
Mm-hmm.
they thank Jaja for that medicine,
Mm,
because it's from the earth, and they know you can't tell them that, smoking the sacrament, taking the sacrament is a bad thing.
right.
They do it proudly, and it's respected that they do it proudly, and it's a part of their liberty, is the
Mm,
reason why they have different rules in Jamaica for possessing marijuana,
yeah.
even between regular Jamaicans and Rastafari. If you're Rastafari, you can have this amount. If you're just a normal Jamaican, you have this amount, because their liberty has finally gained some increment of respect, so
Yeah.
it's
Like
just not,
our.
yeah.
Yeah, but of course, in this country, it's all about monetizing it. I don't know if you know, but as of July 1st, last Saturday, it became legal to go into a dispensary and purchase marijuana products without a medicinal card, without a medical reason.
No,
Did
I
you
didn't
know
know
that?
that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. But I'm not surprised. And, if they were smart, they would have done that a long time ago. But the thing is, what we sell in the States as marijuana is
Hmm.
not the same. So that's another thing. Because Rastafari culture, they don't do chemicals to
Mm,
the fullest extent possible.
okay.
So their marijuana is very different than our
Very
marijuana.
pure.
So we smoke to get high in the United States.
Mm,
A spliff would last them a whole day, because they're not trying to get high. They're trying to maintain that meditative state,
yeah.
because they deal with all the same emotions that we deal with. And that is their equivalent to Zoloft, you know.
Mm,
But it's from the earth. It doesn't come with like strange side effects. You of course have, if you overuse and abuse anything, there's going to be negative side effects, but so it's just different, they look at it differently. So it's really weird that if I say this is my liberty, now I can do it. But if I say that this is not my liberty, now I'm a criminal. You
mm,
know what I mean? So
I do.
that's really weird.
I'm really glad that I asked because I was like, I don't know if I want to go back because we're in this moment, but I said, I don't know what that means. And I want to know what it means. So we
Yeah.
have about a minute. How can people connect with you? How can they learn more about participating in your retreats? Because I am fascinated by that. I am so proud of you. I saw you have a whole, like the rest of the year is
Mhm.
you have a schedule. So very quickly share with people the how.
Okay, so if you want to reach out to me and learn more about my retreats, you can go to my Jamaican Sojourner Fee Liberty page on Facebook, or you can go to my regular page, which is Fee Liberty, because I normally post everything there, but my Sojourner Fee Liberty is more focused on my travels and what I do in Jamaica. Whereas my Fee Liberty page, you might get a couple of jokes on there, some political talk or whatever. It's also exciting, and you can reach me at either place. You can
Okay.
also send me an email at Tantric Travel Tribe, Tantric TANTRIC Travel TRAVEL Tribe at gmail.com.
And I'll post that. Don't worry, fam. I will post it, and you'll have all of what you need to connect with Miss Fee Liberty. Again, I'm so honored. Thank you for saying yes. I'm going to bid you love, light, peace, and prosperity as I do the close. And I will be sharing everything on social media. And then I have a feeling you're in Maryland. Are you in Maryland?
Until tomorrow.
Okay. Then we'll talk about when you'll be back.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
be back the 28th.
The 28th of this month.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. So tell the kids I said hi. And let me tell you something. I don't know why Chloe won't just give me 2 inches. I'm not asking for a lot. Her daughter has the best hair, like, but she's selfish. Like, you know, she
She
can grow
is.
it back. Like, all I'm asking for is 2 inches of that pure virgin hair so that I can put it on a weft and you know, glue a mohawk. I just want to do something like for the weekend. I'm not gonna be asking you for hair every other month, Chloe. To
You
give them
know, I made her and she won't share with me. So
selfish.
there's that.
Look, this is American. Please give them a hug and a kiss for me. And
Okay.
we'll be talking offline and have an amazing day. All right.
All right. Thank you.
You.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye. This is the Fee King Show. Fee King. And I tell you, I just keep asking the universe for what I want and expecting it. I keep asking the universe for what I want, and the universe keeps saying yes. I love that Fee Livity used the word manifest, because today is Manifested Monday, where we get to start again. We get to start over. We get to start from where we are, and we get to not only ask for what we want and expect to receive it, we also get to let the universe know we've decided. I've decided, right? Fee has decided. I am going to be in Jamaica. I'm going to create these retreats. I'm going to continue to heal myself, but I'm not going to keep that for myself. I'm going to share that with other people. How beautiful is that? That is profound. That takes so much courage. Bravo to you, Fee. Thank you. I call her Fee number 2 because, you know, I'm Fee number 1 just because I'm older. This is the Fee King Show. Thank you so much again, Her Glow Candy Shop. Thank you so much, the one and only Sekou Wright. This Friday, we will be celebrating, this Friday, July 14th, that means me, you, all the people, whether you know Sekou personally or not, just know that you will be getting to know him a lot more as he shares his journey from going through a stroke to thriving through a stroke. This Friday is his 12th-month anniversary, 1 year. So it's like his birthday, because he is still here with us and he is thriving. We will be celebrating. Stay tuned for all of those details to find out how you can celebrate with him and for yourself. You can also grab his new book, Fam. Let me tell you something, and I'm not just saying this because I know him. Let me tell you, had someone told me as a young girl, oh, by the way, you know, life is going to present you with many, many opportunities to experience pain. And you know, there are ways that you can get through that pain. There are ways that you can move through the pain to get to the other side. And did you know that there are hacks? Oh, and by the time you reach a certain age, for me, that age is 52, there's going to be a man who's going to write a book. It's a guide. It's a tool book that's going to help you deal with your pain. And it's called Hacking Your Pain. Hack Your Pain Now. Oh my goodness. Get this book. If you are in pain, if you think you may experience some pain, and let me tell you something, if you live and you're going to experience some pain. If you know someone who's experiencing some pain, whether it's emotional, mental, physical pain, I assure you, the hacks in this book are going to make you breathe lighter and help you to realize that you're not crazy and that you're not the only one. Hack Your Pain Now is on sale right now at Amazon. It's on pre-sale $9.99. Get the book. I am Fee King. I bid you love, light, peace, prosperity, possibility, abundance, and positivity, not just for today, not just for this week or the weekend, the month, or the rest of 2023, but for your whole